Welcome back to Budget Beauty. This is Budget Beauty's main series where we do long form content and we do a long form look from start to finish. And I tell you a little story while I'm doing it, or I talk about what's going on with me, and I just do my makeup. So, I am Lindsay Beatty. I am the creative force in the face behind Budget Beauty. And this week we are testing, this is the week before my wedding anniversary, and y'all know I've been talking about this for like the last year or so, that because we are hitting year 5, we are going to do some photos. We're going to do a photo shoot where we do a reverse of our colors, our wedding colors. So originally in 2021 when we got married, I wore green and he wore gold, because like goldish beige, because our wedding colors were originally going to be green and gold when we were planning our big ceremony for 2020. Well, we all know what happened in 2020. So we had to pause our wedding and we put everything on hold and we waited a year. And then we had a very small ceremony, but we still stuck to our original colors. And so my original, my dress and both of my wedding dresses are green. And so this year we're hitting year 5, and so I was like, okay, well, do you want to swap colors? And he was like, okay, yeah, we should do that. That would be cool. So this year I'm going to wear gold, and he is going to wear green. So how this ties into our makeup here is that I am going to do gold makeup to match the dress that I have already bought and that I will be wearing for our photos. And so I was like, I need to test this makeup before I attempt to day of do this makeup and then realize maybe we should pick something else out of the kit to do the makeup. So that is what we are doing today. So my dress is really a champagne color. It's like a champagne gold, and so I originally bought it for my sister-in-law's wedding. It was one of the potential choices. And so I was like, I of course did not go with that dress. I actually went with another one that was the third choice. That was the dark horse that came a week beforehand, maybe 2 weeks beforehand. But it was a nice choice. All of the choices that I originally bought were really good choices. And so, I'm fine with what I got. So the gold dress, it turns out I was like, you know what? This would be perfect. This would actually be perfect. We could use this later on down the road. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm looking at the dress. It's hanging up in this room like off over there. So I'm like, okay, all right, yeah, we should probably test some gold makeup. So I also am going to, while I'm ordering his green jacket, I will be ordering a fascinator. So I'm going to wear something in my hair when we actually do the photos. So of course I will show you the getting ready process and the after. So yeah, let's get started. Also too, you will note. So I let the she beast out, and I affectionately refer to my very, very, very coarse and very thick 4C hair as the she beast. And so I let her out. I tested out my new curling iron. I'm super excited. It is fantastic. It does work very well. I got a Hot Tools 3/4 barrel, 3/4 inch barrel, and it gets up to like 450, which I need for this. So I've learned over the years that my hair requires high heat in order to do anything with it. So what I did this morning was, and it's still kind of holding this curl, but as y'all can see, my hair is so what I did was last week I did actually wash my hair. I let it go about 4 weeks because If I wash it any more than that, I could probably do between 2 and 4 weeks for my hair. And and also too, while I'm telling y'all this, I'm gonna get started with this makeup. So let me see, what did I do with my primer? So we're gonna start with the eyes, of course. And then while the eyes are drying, I will set up my face with face primer. But for the eye primer, if I could find it, that would be nice. I took it out and I try to get everything out ahead of time so that I am prepared. And of course, I left off the one thing that I went in there for. I went into my kit to get the eye primer. So bear with me just a second. I got to get the eye primer out. And it really doesn't matter what eye primer I wear here, because this champagne color that I'm going to wear on my eyes, I've worn before, many times before, and I know that it really doesn't matter what primer I use. So while I'm telling y'all about this hair, I'm going to put on my eye primer. This is the NYX Ultimate Shadow and Liner Primer in the shade Light. It's translucent light. So, but I'm going to still use like a light primer, a light color primer. So I'm just applying to my eyes real quick. So anyway, for my hair, I washed it. I can go about between 2 and 4 weeks and between washings. And so, cause that's about how long I can stand it before with the itching, and cause I have dry scalp. So yeah, my hair stays needing moisture and needing, but if I have too much moisture, it gets crazy. So I have had to learn how to strike a fine balance here, especially now that I am natural. And I've been natural since February 2011. That was the last time that I had any type of relaxer or perm put in this hair. And my mom did it for me. She was the last, she did it. She always did it for me anyway, but that was the last time she did it, and that was the last time I had it done. So I went natural after that just for convenience sake, because at that point I was living 3 hours away from her and could not readily get that done. And then I was like, you know what? I'm tired of doing it. So now I ain't gonna lie, my hair loved getting a perm. It did. My hair worked very well with a perm. It's fine natural. It knots up like crazy though. Doing some sort of detangling, I have to do detangling. So and while it's out like this, y'all can see like along my edges right here, evidence that I am in fact aging. I mean, my skin, I have aged in my face, like, obviously, but this is around these edges, and I'm looking at my little trifold mirror to be able to find it. Around my edges, my gray. I have gray streaks. I also have gray over here. I have a few gray streaks here. But it's gray here. But you can really see it have a gray strand like right here in this little lock right here. My hair has been very, 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 very slowly turning gray. It is not a all at once. Obviously, I still have black hair, and my hair color was naturally black, even when I was getting a perm. But some sections would be a little brown because of the perm. It was weird. But since I haven't had a perm in years, it's gone back to its natural black. So, y'all usually do not see me with my hair out that often. You just don't. It's so much. It is beautiful and it's absolutely gorgeous. I love my hair. I do. But it's a lot of work. And I'm like, I do not have time. So I did have time to be able to wash and do and comb through and straighten and like kind of sort of blow it out with my little limited knowledge of how to do so. So yeah, I've been, that's what I've been doing. So for the face, while I'm letting that dry on my eyes, we're gonna go in with this is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Set It Up primer. Really, y'all know how much I rave about this. I love this primer. I try not to use it as often because it is not a whole bunch in this tube. So to start out with, so I try to rotate my face primers and things so I don't use this up as much as if it were my only primer, because I wear foundation too much for that, and I like wearing a primer with my foundation. So but so my hair, this was a wash, dry, blow dry, detangled, deep conditioning, and then flat ironing, and then trying to think what else did I do to it, and then hot combing, and I did the hot combing on a separate day. I did the flat ironing, the washing, the blow drying, deep condition, all of that. I did that all in one day, and that took about 2 hours. And my hair is incredibly thick, and it is long. It is getting like super long, as you can see. It's down to my neck. So what I did this morning was I curled it real quick and watched some Pinup Palmer while I was doing so, because she inspires me. I like watching her vlog, so I enjoy it. So I was doing a little bit of curling, and so I decided, I was like, oh, I'm gonna do a bob. So this is the efforts. Now this side I have it pulled back right now because I don't want to get foundation in my hair while I'm trying to put foundation on my face. But I do have a comb in here so that after I do all of this makeup and things, because I am planning to go somewhere today, which I'll talk about in a minute. But while I am, once I finish that, I will comb this and set her back up the way it was. But I had a cute little bob going. I was like, oh, look at that. It's a cute little retro bob. But yes, now I can tell my hair does not hold curl as well as it used to when I had a perm. And I don't know if that's the chemicals doing or what, but it does not hold curl as well. And it is, if it's super humid outside, as it usually is here, it will knock these curls right back down to nothing. So yeah, we're gonna have to hope that this holds. But yeah, I did it in a cute little bob. It's a cute little bob, and as y'all can see, it's really cute. So trying to just keep this out my face for right now, which I will use some. I do have bobby pins in here, so I can do a little pinning if I need to, which I think I will do while I'm waiting on this stuff to finish drying. And then I'll take them out at the end. But yeah, it's super cute. It did turn out cute, as you can see. There's my little curl down here at the bottom. So yeah, and then it's a nice little bob over here. So yeah, but yeah, I've been fooling with my hair this morning, so in anticipation of going out. All right, pretty sure my eyes are dry. I can't really move that, so my eyes are probably dry. And my face is, of course, cool. So let's talk about these eyes. So for the eyes, we're gonna do a pinup lash line because I am planning to do that for the actual photos. I'm going to do a pinup lash line. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do a pinup eye look. And I still haven't even decided on hair. If I'm going to wear my actual hair out, am I going to wear a wig? Am I going to wear a piece? Like, what are we doing? I don't know. I haven't even gotten there yet. But I will eventually, I guess, think about it and decide. I got decisions. Okay, so for the crease cut, we're going to do, this is the BFF cream gel liner in the shade Wildcat. Now, I may swap this out for Calabasas, possibly, because this might turn out to be too gold of a gold. And I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at that. Yeah, we might not want to do this one. Actually, I think I'm gonna go ahead and swap it for Calabasas, because I think this is, so y'all see this, because I'm gonna use this shadow stick. This is the ColourPop shadow stick in the shade Honey Barbecue Metallic. These are not going to go well together. I can already, now that I'm looking at it again, it's not going to go well together. So let me reach into the kit and grab the correct color that I need. Let's see. This should be Calabasas. I keep all of my shadow sticks and my pencils and things like right next to each other, so that's helpful. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Calabasas because it's the thing is all wiped off. Yeah, I can barely read it, but yes, this is Calabasas. So that will go with that a little bit better. So let me put this back. Okay. All right. So Calabasas. But this is the shade Calabasas. So, and I use this one fairly often when I do a pink look. But see, that's more champagne. I know y'all can barely see that, but this is where I drew the line. It is very pinkish champagne. That is a much better, it's going to be a much better match with what I'm trying to do here. Because I don't think I'm going to do a black crease cut. Pretty sure I'm not. Okay. Okay. So, crease is cut. I stay knocking things down, and I'm going to need that in like just a minute. I hate knocking things down. Bear with me a second, because I have to pick this up, because it's my concealer. I'm gonna need that. But I stay knocking things off of this little table that I keep my makeup on, and it's like, bruh. It is like, bro, can we not knock stuff down, please? All right. So let's go ahead and get this pinup lash line started. I'm gonna grab out the kit, the black. Okay. All right. So this is also the BFF cream gel liner in the shade Swerve. Y'all know this is my go-to how I do this when I want to do a pinup lash line. And so I draw across. I don't think I'm going to do a wing, but I'm going to draw across it, and I'm going to do that lash line. And then fill in. So, I am today gonna go out and get a few little things. Possibly buy some makeup today. Possibly. I was thinking about hitting up Walgreens, maybe Marshalls. I hadn't thought that far ahead just yet. I mean, I thought about it, but I hadn't finalized whether or not that's what I was going to do. And then, let's see. It's in the natural shape and curve of my eyelid. But it does an arch too. It follows kind of the crease cut here. So now if I decide not to go with this shadow stick, let's say I try this and I don't like the shadow stick combination here with this. I do have several of the NYX Ultimate Glow Shots in the colors that match that dress that I'm thinking about getting to do this with. So it can be done. There can be other choices made here for the makeup. But anyway, yes, I was thinking about going today to Marshall's, see what they got going on. It is an absolutely stunning day today. Probably warm out there because it's now April. And this is our first weekly episode of April. Tomorrow is Easter Sunday. I may or may not do some photos tomorrow. It depends. I have to see how I feel. And if my husband's going to be home at a normal hour, if he can get home later in the day and he can get home before it gets dark, we can do Easter photos. I really am not all that jumped up about doing Easter photos this year. I'm just not. I try to do them, and in some years I'm just like, I don't feel like it. So as you can see, both eyes are now done. I usually try to get as close as I can to my lash line to get that correct. Let me see if I can find my, yeah. I do have my handheld mirror, you can see. So, it's got a 10 times magnification on one side and a normal magnification on the other. So, let's see if I can get a little bit closer. As you can see, I am using my mirror, my handheld mirror, to get a little bit closer so I can see it a little bit better. So, today I was thinking about going and buying a little bit of makeup, buying some hair accessories, because I do need some. I need some duckbill clips. Because if I'm going to keep my hair out, which I may just do, seeing as though, now I have been kind of going back and forth with my wigs and wearing my hair out, since I've had it straightened out and, I've had it, like out and done. I've been thinking about doing, wearing some stuff and doing some more curling, and because I haven't really curled my hair in a long time, like a long time. So I'm thinking about it. I was thinking hard about it. Let's put that back there. But I was thinking about it, and I was like, I need some duckbill clips. Also need some rollers. If I put it with rollers and I set it with some setting lotion, the curl probably will stay. That heat is a quick solution. That's never been like a full scale solution for me. So it's, yeah. That's never been like a full time, like it's gonna hold the curl, but putting rollers in it and setting it will absolutely keep the curl in my hair. So that's why I'm like, oh, maybe I might do that. So I have rollers in this room. They're up in a box, like a little container in the closet over there. And I'm like, okay, yeah, they're in there, but I gotta see how many I have, and like I have to double check all that. But I was like, I'll just buy more rollers. It won't hurt. I need more anyway, I'm pretty sure. All right, so now we're ready for the shadow stick. This is the ColourPop shadow stick in the shade Honey Barbecue Metallic. I have probably like 16 of these. I'm sitting here looking at all of them. Yeah, I got a bunch of these because I fell in love with it. I don't even remember the first one I bought. But I was like, I love how these perform. I love what they do. I love the formula. Like, And when they release special ones, I go and buy them. So I have the ones that they did with the Christmas, how the Grinch stole Christmas. I have those from that collection. I have the After Hours ones. Like, I am crazy about ColourPop shadow sticks. So I have about, I'm pretty sure my little spreadsheet says I have 16. And I have them in various colors. I really want a green one. Now, I don't have the Winx ones. I don't have those. Because they are chrome. I don't have like the chrome ones. But I do have a lot of the regular ones. Some are matte, some are metallic. This happens to be a metallic one. I went back and bought one recently. I want to say I know I bought one. I know about the Grinch ones at Christmas, but I don't know if I bought. I think I bought another one. That's like a burgundy one. I seem to recall buying that. And putting it in the kit because I was like, when the fall rolls around, I want burgundy options to go with the burgundy sweater that I have. So, button down sweater that I got from Old Navy that you guys have seen me wear on camera. So I'm pretty sure I have that one. All right, so eyes are filled in. That's really pretty. That actually turned out nice. As I figured it would. So I really like that stick. That one, that color is pretty killer. I have to fix my lash line here because I got stuff down there. But yeah, that turned out really pretty. Real classy like. And maybe I will, instead of doing that thing, maybe I will do a black crease cut. I'm thinking about that. Do I need to do a black crease cut? I also need to fix this side too, because I did kind of get it down there. So, I don't know if I'm going to get, if we're going to go with the black crease cut. I think maybe we might. I'll see. I actually probably could do it right now. Let's see. Let me see. I'm going to do a real quick crease cut with the black. Oh, I like the black better. I do like the black better. Okay. Because with it matching, it looks like I didn't do a crease cut with the Calabasas. Okay. And this is why we're doing this, so we can test this. But yeah, I like it better with the black crease cut. That looks better. It gives me more of a defined arch. I know it doesn't really look that much different, but in person, I can immediately tell I have a black crease cut going on, and I like that better. I tend to like doing a black crease cut when I do the pinup lash line anyway, and then just fill in that color. Yeah, I like that. I actually really like that. With the black. Okay. All right, so now let's worry about. Now, I said I wasn't really gonna wear mascara, and because with this you really don't need mascara, because it makes it look like you got a lot of lashes, like a lot of volume anyway. So I think what I am going to do, I don't know if I'm going to wear a big deal mascara. Probably something that's like lightweight. Because, I mean, you can't really see my lashes. The pinup lash line is preventing the lashes from showing up. So I think I will just maybe put a little bit of the Maybelline Sky High on, the tinted primer, because you can actually wear this as a by itself. You don't need to absolutely wear mascara with this, as I was told. Let me see what I do with my mirror. You could wear this. You could wear this on its own. and it'd be fine. So that's why I'm debating, because like I say, the pinup lash line is gonna hide my lashes. I'm not wearing like false lashes. I'm using my own lashes, so it will you won't be able to see them. See, like you can barely, the only reason why you can see them right now is because I've been doing this on camera and manipulating them. But otherwise, you really can't see that. I mean, I could put something on here. It still ain't gonna probably make too much of a difference. Like I could put a mascara on and it really not make that much of a difference. Because my lashes aren't tall enough to overcome that black. So, it's fine. Um, let's see there. Yeah. I mean, it just looks like I got a little bit more volume going on, which I do. Um, with this tinted primer. Say I learned very quickly that if I do a pinup lash line, just don't really do all that with the mascara, because it's not gonna have that much of an impact. It's kind of like dealing with my job with with doing informal and formal adjustments. If you're doing informal, it ain't gonna have that much of an impact on the cost center that you're moving it from and moving it to. Hence why it's an informal adjustment. Now, I sit here and I talk to y'all like I know what I'm talking about. I actually do now, but it took me 3 years to learn that, because I learned that in my 3rd year. This is a lifelong this is a career long thing. Like, it took me a long time to catch on and get that, mostly because with my job I was doing 2 different types of auditing, and so it was a little hard, because it was like, bro, I have to turn my brain off on this one thing to get the other thing, to think about the other thing and consider the other thing. And so I'm not one of them people. I can multitask, but if you want me to be really good at something, just let me focus on one thing. Like, one thing at a time. Like, I have to be able to focus on things. But yes, I mean, I could multitask and I can do multiple things at once. It's just, if you want me to be really good at it, you got to give me time to focus on it. And now that I am full-time focusing on the one thing, I'm adding, this was a little bit I was putting on a little bit of this Live Tinted Legacy Lash mascara. All it's doing is just adding volume. Now you can see my eyelashes a little bit more, but not much. Now they if I didn't have this lash line on, you'd be able to see my lashes. This is really good if you want a false lash effect. It is absolutely fantastic. I very much highly praise this Live Tinted mascara. I'm very pleased with it. But like I say, it just looks like I have a lot of volume now. So not a whole lot of like length or whatever. And I'm fine with that. I don't need it to be. So we'll see. We'll see if I keep the pinup lash line as part of this makeup. I may not. I may decide, oh, just let it go all the way down and make my lashes be big. All right. So for right now, eyes are done. Let's worry about this face. So, but yeah, it took me 3 years just to be able to focus on that and be like, okay, I understand this fully. Whew, buddy. and, um, and they knew that at the job. The policy changed after, the big boss left. So, and I missed the big boss, uh, because I understood what he was doing there. Now for the foundation, today we're going to use the TirTir Mask Fit Red Foundation. This is the liquid version of the TirTir. This has a dewy finish because that's what the mask fit, the red mask fit has. And this, all this is a liquid version of that red mask fit. So I really like it. But it has a dewy finish, so I expect that later on I will have a little bit of greasiness on the face. But I do really like it. It is great. I was so excited when I found out they had a liquid version of it. And then I got the pink the pink one. The pink mask fit. And I was like, I was so excited. Y'all couldn't tell me nothing. Um, and I love it. It is fantastic. I may use that when we do these photos because we are in fact doing the photos next week. All right, so what I'm doing, I'm taking my Real Techniques palette. Yes, I realize it needs to be cleaned. Yes, my nose is itchy. All of a sudden, my skin is itching because it knows I'm fixing to put this stuff on here. All right, so I'm applying this, and that was the TirTir Mask Fit in the shade 43N Deep Cocoa. It turns out that is my perfect shade in TirTir. Very excited. Because I mean it is a perfect match for my skin. So put some up here on the forehead. And I just did a couple of pumps of it, like maybe one and a half, maybe 2 pumps. I got to cover up some burn marks over here because, of course, you fooling with high heat. Whew, it's gonna burn that skin. The hot comb, I burned myself with it. Listen, I've been hot combing my hair for. I know my mama probably put that hot comb in my hair for the first time when I was probably like 8 years old, 9 years old. So I'm 40. I'll be 45 in like 3 months, 2 months. Your girl been burning herself for 50. Not even 45, 50. Cause, buddy, it never fails. I will burn myself. I am prepared for that. For that eventuality and that fact, I am going to burn myself. So just go ahead and get that concealer and that the foundation ready. Especially with now that I do my makeup more often and do. Just go ahead and get that ready. Because you already know you finna burn yourself. At some point, you're going to burn it. I liken it to dudes when they shaving and they nick themselves. You gonna go, I already told my husband, just go ahead and know you finna nick yourself. Because you're gonna. This is the TirTir concealer. We're gonna put that on under the eyes. This is the TirTir Glide and Hide Blurring Concealer in the shade 8.7N. Man, I love this. Oh, I love this concealer. TirTir. TirTir. This thing works so well. Either side works well. And so this is like you're putting this on under your eye. And the top part is meant to be for spot concealing. But I'm just, listen, I know people be all, oh, K-Beauty. Listen, TirTir is fantastic. Okay, I really would love for TirTir to send me some PR stuff because Y'all will hear me extol the virtues. I get excited when I see Tear Tear in Ulta. I'm weird like that. I get excited. I'm like, wow, it's Tear Tear. My husband like, damn, girl, calm down. No, Tear Tear. So I now have, and I tell y'all how much I love it. I have the concealer, which this is the top part. It looks like a bullet lipstick. As y'all can see, it has been used quite a bit. I have this. I have clearly the foundation. I have the red Mask Fit liquid foundation and the pink matte one foundation. I have their blush. The blush is fantastic too. And I have a lip oil from them that I actually really like. It's really nice. So yes, I can't rave enough about Tear Tear. All right, let's buff this face out. This is the Morphe M103 foundation brush. So, but some fun facts too while I'm sitting here and I'm doing this. As y'all can see, look at that. Beautiful. Blend like butter too. I mean, this absolutely blends so well. I'm trying not to get this in my hair. But this blends so well. But anyway, fun facts about me and Mr. Budget Beauty. We have, because this is anniversary, we have been married 5 years on the dot on April 15th. We have been together. We will have been together also 13 years. Exactly. We started dating April 15th, 2013. Matter of fact, we were in this room when I said, okay, buddy. All right now. You need to decide what you would like for us to be. Because I'll leave it up to you. Now, if you decide that you don't want to be with me like that, I'm cool. I'm with it. I'll be just fine being friends with you. At that point, I was 31, almost 32. I had just been through a divorce, and I wasn't for these games. Let me just go and put that out there. I wasn't for these games. And so I said, well, I am going to let it go how it's going to go. Leave it alone. So he decided it. He was like, all right, well, I mean, we kind of are dating anyway. Like, you don't see anybody else. I don't see anybody else. And so I was like, okay, that's cool with me. Blended. Look at perfect. Tear. Damn it, Tear. Whoa, I love me some. Y'all know I love me some Tear. Watch how this is gonna blend underneath my eyes too. This damn concealer go with everything. Look at that. Perfect. That is a perfect blend. And I ain't even had to do that much. I really didn't have to do that much. It's just me playing underneath my eyes at this point. But look at that. That is a perfect blend. Matter of fact, I didn't blend the thing under here, but it's matching my... It brightens up underneath here. It does brighten it up considerably. For me, because I have dark circles underneath there. Just from hyperpigmentation and aging. Which it is getting better. I have been using my my Live Tinted hyperpigmentation serum when I do my makeup. And they said it was going to take about 3 to 4 weeks before you start seeing results. I'm seeing results now. Because all of this is cleared up pretty well. Very, very pleased with how well that cleaned up. And along with, in conjunction with some toner. But anyway, yeah, me and the mister have been together a minute. And he, he's my person. sometimes we get to scrapping. Sometimes in here we get to arguing and fussing, but that's my person. And when I tell you we show up for each other, we show up for each other. When we both have something going on, we have things going on, and good stuff happens, bad stuff happens. We've had some things happen in the time that we've been together. But we show up for each other, and he is my biggest cheerleader. My mom also was my biggest cheerleader, but my husband is definitely my biggest cheerleader. He shows up and he makes it a point to be involved and to let me know that he is happy for me and he is supportive of whatever it is I want to do. So like with my makeup channel here, this is a hobby for me, but the husband is literally like, I will be Mr. Budget Beauty. Here's like 2 gift cards to help you so you can buy whatever it is you were planning to buy. I know you were planning to go to Ulta in the next couple of weeks. And so I just want to hit this little net part. And he's like, I just want to help you out and, help the channel. Y'all. Not he just want to help the channel, so he give me 2 gift cards to go. And sometimes he does in fact buy the makeup. Like if we're in there and I'm like, hey, can you buy this like this foundation for me or whatever? He's like, okay, I guess. I mean, I could do it. How much is it? He's more or less like, you're supposed to be on a budget. Like, don't overspend. And I'm like, I know. And he's like, be good, Bear. And I'm like, Bear won't makeup, no. But the fact that my husband generally is like, here, let me help the channel. But I can't ask for better than that. I can't. And listen, I know some folks out there who are married and their spouse is not supportive of them. And their spouse don't help them. Their spouse is not helping to make the life easier. Their spouse is doing whatever. And listen, I don't get involved in other people's marriages because I got to work on my own. Listen, we on try number 2 anyway. So I mind my business and I go on and do what I got to do dealing with my own marriage. So I don't tend to speculate what other folks got going on. But I know for a fact that there are certain people that I know of that don't get that type of support and love. And I'm like, why are you even married? Like, why are they wasting your time? If they're not going to support you and be supportive and speak up for you and cheer for you and clap for you and hype you up, why are they married to you? Why are you married to them? Go find you somebody that's going to do better. Like, I don't get people. But to each their own. I have been lucky enough to find it the second time. So that's why I mind my business and I worry about what I got going on over here, because we are on the second time. So as I'm talking, I'm now going to apply my liquid blush. This is the Cloudtopia. This is new on the channel. I bought it and I've talked about it in the beauty haul. I have not used it formally here on the channel, like on camera. So we're going to do that now. This is the Maybelline Cloudtopia Cheek and Lip Mousse. That's what this lid is. Comes in a little jar like this. It looks a lot like the Fui Blurry Pudding Pot because it's the same type of thing. I got this. I bought it from Walgreens, and it wasn't crazy expensive either. This is shade number 07 Moonlit Rose. So what I have done is I have taken this jar, as you can see, it's all, and I did this, and you can see it's on the brush, and then I'm gonna do on my face. So hopefully, I know I've already swatched this. It is a beautiful color. It is a beautiful application, but I can't remember if it's like super like crazy pigmented. If it is, I got ways to calm that down. But all right, here goes. Oh yeah, no, it's fine, it's fine. It's fine. So, but it's a gorgeous color. It is. So I'm gonna take that excess before we start putting entirely too much on over there. We're gonna take that excess and start applying it over there. So you can see this is what it looks like. And it's a nice subtle color. That I did know that about that. This is a very nice subtle color. It is gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. I don't want to really swipe. I just want to tap. But I also want to get rid of the excess. Kind of want to get some of the excess off of there. I put a lot on there the first time. Okay. So, as you can see, nice. Very nice, beautiful, subtle color. It is gorgeous. I really like this. I have tried it. This is like my second time trying it. This is my first time doing it on camera. But I really, really like this. This was really good. It's a nice, subtle dollop of color, as you can see. And it's nice and subtle. So, and it's beautiful on my skin. And I really like this shade too. So, yeah, girl's very pleased with that. So, all right. That's our liquid blush. Now it's time to powder this face down. I'm not doing contouring. I'm going to powder this face down. So, but yeah, yeah, I know folks that don't have that level of support at home. And I'm like, why don't you have that level of support at home? Like, what is happening? I'm reaching into my kit to get my pyramid puff, if I can remember where I stuck it. I clearly did not put it back in the space that I thought I put it in. So, all right. It just popped into my mind where I put it, and I was like, oh, yay, it's the dirty pyramid puff. Not the clean one. The clean one is the one I've been using for my foundation, so my powder foundation. All right, so we're ready to rock. So for the setting powder, the Wet n Wild Bare Focus Clarifying Finishing Powder. I'm finna, y'all see, this bad boy. This done work some magic. I have used so much of it. But I have another one sitting up in the tin waiting. So I will rebuy this. I will immediately rebuy this. Because this is great. I absolutely love this. Wet n Wild showed out with this. It works so well for me. And on my skin. And holding my color. And mattifying my face. So well. That I'm very pleased with this. And see how it instantly calms down the blush? So if I put too much blush on, which your girl is known to do, I have blush blindness sometimes, it calms it down and it holds that color in place. I may not even need powder blush at this point. I might not. I might go with it. But this was the perfect color for me. I picked it. I was concerned that it might not be the right color. And then when I tried it, I was like, oh, this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. Just trying to get underneath this eye to mattify underneath that eye. But see, you can still see my blush on both sides. I might throw a little bit of powder blush on just because I want to use this color because I haven't used this. I've used the brand, but not the shade. So, because it's a new shade. So, I do want to try it and see what that color is going to look like. But yes, gorgeous. That is gorgeous. Thank you, Wet n Wild. Thank you for also not being super crazy expensive. I'm like, please don't be super crazy expensive. But love it. Love it, Wet n Wild. Okay, that face is mattified to the gods. Now, let's go for our color, our ColourPop. This is the powder blush. This is a new one. This is in the shade, woo, fixing to drop it. This is in the shade Papaya. So, let me get my powder brush. Now, I know that these tend to be pigmented. So, a little bit goes a long way. We're just going to apply it on the cheek. And see, it matches that blush. It's a nice subtle pink. And it's still mixing with that blush also. So, it's there. It's giving. So, quick story time. So, you lads and gents. There was a coda. There's been a coda to the Silver Storytime episode that I told a couple of months ago about someone that was a former friend who very fond of, cared about quite a bit, who took it upon themselves to talk about me and my business and me in general and called my work trash. Now, if y'all recall, this is in the episode Silver Storytime. I don't remember what episode. Probably like episode somewhere in the 50s, probably. But this was like a couple of months ago that I told this story on camera. And the coda is, and let me preface this by saying, and while I'm doing this, I'm doing my under eye. This is the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner in the shade Ultra Black. So, this person, and I said, eventually, this is going to come to a head. And I was counseled by mentor and friend that you know you're in the right, so don't sit up here and stress about it and dwell on it. You know you didn't do anything and that you were a good friend to this person and that you showed up for this person and you hyped them up and you were a really good friend. And I was like, yeah, I know. So she was like, and he was like, don't sit here and dwell on it. Just do what you got to do. Mind your business and go on and do what you were doing. Because this isn't your cross to bear. This isn't your problem. Don't let this be your problem when you didn't cause the problem. You didn't contribute to the problem. Like, all you did was be yourself and be decent to this person. Because we're going to get to that point too. So, it was like, so I did. I just minded my business, went on about my business, didn't say anything. All I can do is stay black and die. That is it. And that is what I had been doing. Minding my business. I had a couple of theories about why all this went down, but I was like, you know what? I don't even care at this point. I didn't care to start with, but I definitely don't care now. Because this is above me. This ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't know what's happening. I have no idea what's happening. I don't know. So, The other day, I am minding my whole black ass business, trying to do my work, which apparently I'm too dumb to do. Too dumb to live and too dumb to die. And apparently my work, I need to be focused on my work, because I just don't even understand why they even allow me to do it. So I'm minding my business doing my work, and former friend slides up. This is a theme. This is a running theme with people I don't like and do not care for. When they know they're wrong and they know they have done things that they shouldn't be doing, they like to slide up. Okay? They don't just come talk to you and you know, like a normal contrite and actual remorseful person would do when they know they are wrong and they have done something that is not okay. Okay? Instead of having a normal conversation and saying, hey, you know what? My bad. You know what? I messed up. I was wrong. I shouldn't have said those things about you because they weren't true, number one. Number two, whatever insecurities I had going on were my insecurities, and I shouldn't have put that on you. And I know that you cared about me and that you were supportive of me and you were invested in me and you just wanted to see the best for me and you were happy for me regardless. I'm sorry. I'd have been like, okay, cool, thanks. And I'd have gone right on the back to what I was doing. Minded my business, got my work done, and gone home. Okay? Because just because you apologize doesn't mean I have to accept it. Okay? So that is not what happened. What I'm doing right now is doing something with my eyebrows because they are bothering me, and if I don't do something with it, it's gonna get on my nerves. Y'all, that's not what happened. That is definitely not what happened. They slid up to me at my desk, and the gist of it was, well, I just wanted to apologize for saying those things about you last fall. I was like, you didn't just, it wasn't just last fall that you said this, but whatever. So they slide up and they're like, well, do you have a second? I suppose, I promise y'all, I wish y'all could have seen my face because it was just like, excuse me? Why are you over here? That's a running theme also. So I was like, I suppose. Now I'm not opposed to hearing you out. Okay. I'm not like one of them people who like do not talk. I am now. Okay. But otherwise, I'm willing to hear you out if you want to apologize for the bullshit you did, but fine. So it was like, and I said, so and they gonna say, well, it was born out of frustration and anger with you. What? Like, I'm just sitting there looking like, dude, what now? So I'm like, I have never minimized your feelings. I have never made light of how you felt about anything. But frustration and anger for what? Because, and this was my point, and I'm a circle back to this. But frustration and anger for what? Then it was like, well, that's not a conversation I want to have. Then why you brought your ass over here? When I tell y'all, the not mature side of me just wanted to be like, motherfucker, get out of my face. Like, I was at the job though, and I was at the job, and there was a younger gentleman that I work with who was still at their desk when this exchange happened, and I was like, if I show my ass at this desk, I'm not gonna be the auntie that I need to be at this job. Okay, I am old enough to be this young man's mom. I'm literally old enough to be his mom. I'm old enough to be this young man's mom. I am old enough definitely to be auntie. And I need to set an example. I need to be the mature, professional person that I am, that I have earned the right to be called. Okay? All of this was going through my mind because I'm like, if I don't watch my tongue and I don't catch myself, I'm gonna cuss this man out, and it's gonna be bad. And also, my mentor and my friend that has counseled me, who is also a mentor, is like 20 steps from me, and I'm like, I don't want to disappoint these people by acting a fool at this job. Okay, but internally screaming. Because I'm just like, why did you come over here to my deck? Why did you even come over here? Why did you even bother? You could have just not. You could have not. You would have been fine. I would have been fine. Everything would have been fine. You could have just not. You could have kept that to yourself because you didn't solve anything by coming over here, except you wasted my time. You wasted your time. Like, what was the point? So you literally gonna sit up here and gonna tell me that that's not a conversation? Dude, what the hell? Like, leave me alone. Just go on. Go on. Just go on. I don't listen. I'm a child of the 90s, and I'm a boy bye. Get out of my face type of person. I don't have time for these games. I don't have the time. Ain't nobody got time for any of this. This is a job. And if you can't figure out how to manage your emotions and how to work socially with other people and peers, then go home. Quit the job and go. Okay? Because this is a job for everybody else in here. For you, this is social time and playtime. And ain't nobody got time for all of that. Listen, my mama had her hand on my shoulder because she was like, baby, don't do that. Don't do what you're fixing to, don't do that. Because all that's going to do is make you look a fool. It ain't gonna make him look a fool. It's gonna make you look a fool. So, I have theories. Like I say, I have theories. And I don't care enough to figure out whether or not the theory is true or not. I don't care. Because he's not important. At the end of the day, he not doing one of the 3 F's. And for those of you new here, you will always hear me say, if somebody ain't doing one of the 3 F's, and even if you are, I still don't care. And the 3 F's, let me go ahead and spell this out for y'all. The 3 F's. If you ain't feeding me, you ain't financing me, you ain't fornicating with me. I'm thinking, let me use my big copy editor brain to think of another word. Pull that thesaurus out. If you ain't fornicating with, if you ain't doing one of the 3 F's, 3. If you ain't doing one of them 3, I don't care. So, I'm trying to figure out, it was the dumbest thing. It was so dumb. And had the nerve to be like, well, I I received hurt first. Boy, if you don't get out of here with this, but she started it. Started what? Like what? What? It's so stupid. Anyway, I'm gonna start my lips so I can finish this makeup. But it was like, are we like 5? Like, what are we doing? I can't stand him. And let me put this out here too. Nobody in there like him. Not a soul. They think he weird. They think he weird, creepy, and self-involved. And a snob. And that's being nice. That's the nice version of it. For the lipstick, we are going to go in with the NYX Liquid Lingerie Double XL in the shade Untamable. I may swap out the lipstick later. When I actually do the makeup, we'll see. But yeah, they don't like him at all. I think he's weird. And a snob. And kind of creepy. And by kind of, I mean a lot. Because Homeboy is spiraling. This is a spiral. And it's been a spiral for several months. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I love how he tried to give me my heart. I was like, that's not an apology. That's not an apology. I like, you could have kept that. Because why did you come over here? You could have kept that. Coming and telling somebody, I'm sorry, but you made me do it. That's not an apology, homeboy. It's not. That's some Darvo and at minimum that's some Darvo and then some gaslighting. Ain't nobody got time for all that. If you want me to be honest. Alright. This is going to dry. It's gonna take a minute to dry. But when it does, it will be nice. This actually turned out nice. So I'm very pleased with this. And I think this is going to be great. I think this is definitely going to be great with this eye makeup and this lip combo. So I will probably definitely use the shadow stick. Because that honey barbecue metallic looks really good on my eyes anyway. I can say I've worn it before. Now for the setting spray, I'm gonna use the Sheglam Locked In setting spray today. All right, I'm gonna do this because my lips are drying as we speak. And they will be a matte, and that is what I want. I may swap out the lipstick. Like I said, I may go with the Sephora red. I'm looking for a very red. And Untamable is a deep red. So we'll see. But it reads on camera as like red. Like it's a red. I mean, red is red. However, there are varying shades to this red, and the Sephora is a classic red. So, we'll see. All right, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna have to use Mr. Sweetful to dry my face. All right. I like that She Glam setting spray. They make multiple versions of it, and one is an actual matte. I think I might have the matte one. The matte one might be the yellow one because it comes in like a yellow bottle. So I don't know. I have to go back and look and see. I was looking at ordering some more, but I like that She Glam. It's not bad. She Glam in and of itself is not bad. So yeah, everything that I own She Glam, I'm pretty cool with, like performance wise. So I don't know. We'll see. Look at that, the hair blowing. Fan got it going and the hair blowing. But this is my thing, and this was my thing when I was what I said I was going to circle back to. If you had so much anger and frustration with me, then why the hell were you in my face constantly? Why are you in my face constantly? Why are you texting me constantly? That's the part where I'm like, you think ain't nobody know what you was doing. Now, for somebody who was so bothered, they stayed texting me like all day long. And I'm texting because I'm like, literally told me I think of you as a friend. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm texting my friend. My friend is into cooking. Okay, you know what? I'm out at this restaurant with my husband, which I know my husband had to be quite sick of hearing about this person at the house. I talked about him all the time at the house. I know my husband had to be sitting there looking at me like, keep talking about him if you want to. Like, I know he got sick of it, but fine, whatever. But my thing was, I was like, if I be out at a restaurant with my husband, I'm taking pictures of the food. I'm like, babe, let me get a picture of your food so I can send it to friend. Because friend is into cooking. Friend is an excellent cook. I'm like, hey, what you think? What do you think? I have already tried this, but what do you think of this? Like, he's like, oh, that look good. I'm like, that sort of thing. So my birthday, we went out and we bought some books. We went to a bookstore on my birthday, okay, this year, or around my birthday, I should say, or this past year. So also now I'm going to comb my hair back into place. Let's hope that it goes back into place. But we had gone and I bought some books, and it was a used bookshop, local used bookshop, great bookshop, love it. And I said, oh, they got books about opera in here. Well, I know friend has gone to opera. Friend has been to opera. Friend has been fortunate enough to go to opera. I've never been, but I'm like, I know that friend likes this particular piece, and by this person. Okay. So I'm like, well, I'll get this book. It's literally a book detailing about this artist's operas. Okay. So I'm like, hey, you know what? I'll get him this book because I know he'll like it. So I did. Tell me why I'm in the bookstore. It's my birthday, mind you. And I'm like, oh, I think he'll like this. I really do think he'll like this. And he'll think this is interesting. I'll get it for him. And, it'd be a nice little something. I was thinking about you while I was out at this bookstore that he had been to also. And I was like, we'll go, we'll get something at the bookstore. Tell me why I bought his ass this book. And I left a note for him and I said, I thought was thinking of you while we were out. Thought you would like this, add to your library collection. L. Yo. I am that kind of friend. I'm the kind of person, if I'm out in the street and I see something that I know somebody like, my love language is gifts. My love language is gifts and fawning over people. Because I will absolutely fawn over you if I'm fond of you. I will fawn over you. My husband knows this. I will find the most thoughtful shit. I pay attention when people talk about the stuff they like. I pay attention because it's important to them. So the shit that's important to him, I'm like, wow, yay, friend, yay. I'm that kind of person. So I'm sitting up here looking at him like, what are you even talking? When he said that, when he said out of frustration and anger, I'm like, frustration and anger for what? Because I'm like, where is this coming from? Where is this coming from? No, I know exactly where it's coming from. I have a sneaking suspicion I know exactly where it's coming from. And I hate to tell him, but he's just going to be mad. He going to have to be mad. Okay? I can't do nothing about that. I'm sorry, Bo. I can't do nothing about it. That's not my... I don't know what you want me to do, but I ain't doing that. I'm not doing that. And he know exactly what I mean. He knows exactly that I know what it is that his problem is. I like I say, I got some theories. I got some conspiracies. I got some thesis. But I can tell you that I know what the solution is, and that solution will never happen. Not in this dimension, not in this lifetime. It will never happen. So I don't know what he wants, but I am not doing that, and he not either. So I don't know why this is even a thing. Why did you even let it go there? And I said from the beginning, because I know this about myself, I am a notorious flirt, okay? I have always been a notorious flirt. And it don't matter what gender. You could be a they, them, him, her, she, S's, Z's, whatever the hell you want to be. I don't care. If I am fond of you and I enjoy spending time with you and I enjoy your presence, guess what? I'm probably going to flirt with you at some point. But never, and I have always said this to everyone, male, female, whatever. Do not ever take me seriously. Don't take me seriously. If I am serious, you're going to know I'm serious, like dead serious. You're going to know I'm serious. So I don't know. I'm like, I don't. And I said, we had that conversation. I promise y'all we had that conversation, and I said, don't take me seriously, but I'm going to slide over here and I'm going to flirt with you every day. Every day. You come in here in a cute shirt, I'm going to tell you, that's a cute shirt. You're looking cute today. That's part of my love language is fawning over people that I am fond of, very fond of. So, listen, when my husband and I were just friends, all day long, man, he got sick of me being in his face, because I sure was like, you sure is cute today. How you doing? So, I mean, that's just how I am. That is just how I am. I'm a little bit of my mama and a little bit of my daddy. I actually am a lot of my mama. But the part of my daddy that comes through is that part of things. That is the part of my daddy's personality. And my aunties too. Because my auntie could always find a nice thing to say about somebody. But if you're going to be a friend of mine, you need to expect that. Like, so I don't know why he thought that I don't, because that's the only thing I can think of at this point. I'm like, that's the only thing I can think of. And I ain't even putting that much effort and time and thought into that. But all I know is I was a really good friend, and I went out of my way to be a good friend, because that's just how I am. If I say I'm somebody's friend, I'm not out of here talking about them behind their back. I'm not like downgrading them to others. Like, I just won't talk to you then. I was taught, if you don't have anything nice to say, just don't say anything at all. I mean, that's that southern black upbringing. But if you ain't got nothing nice to say, then go on about your business. So if I don't have anything nice to say, I go on about my business. I don't be all in folk face. I don't be doing all this extra bullshit. I'm not Two-Face like that. I love the character of Two-Face in Batman, but I ain't one of them. I'm not one of those people that's Two-Face like that. So I don't. I ain't got the time, and I don't know why he thought that was going to be a good idea. The problem here is all of this bullshitting and foolishness that he did done backfired on him. All of it has backfired. The person that he was running and doing all the yip yapping to about me, he now got to work for him. And I'm gonna tell you, they don't think highly of him. Mostly for this reason. The other person that he was doing all that yip yapping for, I work for, and they don't particularly like him either. Because again, you out here trying to sabotage somebody, and for what? You didn't accomplish any of the goals that you were trying to accomplish. You didn't accomplish anything other than making yourself look terrible. Bro, you got hoisted by your own petard. Like, what are we doing? Like, I don't get him. I don't, but that's above my pay grade. That's above me. I don't know what to tell him. I ain't got nothing to do with that. So, as you can see, y'all, them curls done fell. But this is what it kind of looked like with the bob. I have a kind of a little bob going on. It's cute. It's real cute. It's kind of retro, a little bit. As you can see, like I say, I done combed it a little bit. Y'all saw me comb it. But this is the bob, and I have it. It's kind of short in the back. It's really short in the back. And of course, I still have it shaved back there too. So, that is growing back really fast. So, because I shaved it a month ago, and it is back. I shaved it completely bald, and it has fuzz. It has growth to it, like growth. So probably maybe next month I might shave it again. I probably shave it next month. Just because it's already got like I didn't shave it last month. No, 2 months ago, because I shaved it at the end of February. So it's been about a month and some change since I shaved it. But yeah, it's trying to act like I didn't do all that. But anyway, I am going to go. I am finished. This is the completed look. Ladies and gentlemen, charlatans and shitheels. This is the completed look. I love how it turned out. I think this is going to be fantastic. And I'm very pleased with it. Very pleased. So, come back and watch more of my videos later. We are going to be, like I say, next week we're going to be actually doing our photos. So I will be doing the makeup and showing y'all the makeup that I'm going to go with for our photos. We'll try to get that done and get it uploaded and get it out quickly. And then we'll release our photos. You guys will see them first, but we're going to release our photos, like on our anniversary. So probably like I say, the weekend before you'll see it, because, my anniversary is in the middle of the week. So we're going to do it the weekend before, and then the weekend after we're going to be traveling. So, we'll go somewhere to stay. So yeah, I'm very excited. Very pleased with how this makeup turned out. So come back and watch more of my videos later. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment, like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you later. Peace.